Welcome back to Neural Ops. Today I'm running a real-world test of Operator, an AI-powered assistant, to see how well it can handle booking a hotel. I'll be going through the full process, from making the request to confirming the booking and sharing my thoughts along the way. Will Operator get everything right the first time, or will I need to intervene? Let's put it to the test. So, here's the Operator interface. Right away, it looks virtually identical to the normal ChatGPT interface. So instead of asking Operator to search hotels broadly, I prompt it to navigate a specific website. I recommend doing what works best for you. A broad search will get similar results, but it might require filtering through more information. I prefer prompting a little more specifically. As you saw, I asked it to search Fairmont.com directly. So yeah, you can see here it launches a normal browser, no different from a traditional human user. This part I like. We can guess there are different ways to find a hotel on this site, and it found the one I wanted pretty quickly, maybe even faster than a traditional human user. If you're tracking, it's taken the agent about 55 seconds to find the Hotel Vancouver from direct prompt. So yeah, let's give it some dates. And maybe let's also shift the screen here so you guys can see a little bit better. Much like those of you who know Canvas, we can see the windows have shifted. Anyone who's used the other models will recognize the deduction series happening here. So we can see it's going to try to navigate to the dates that I've requested. And it is encountering a little bit of trouble. I can tell you the light trouble Operator is encountering here is more on the Fairmont's website than it is Operator itself. As you can see here, it's reopening the calendar and it's trying again. As I mentioned, this is a little bit on the Fairmont's website. I have tried it myself. But it does look like we're going to have success here. So yeah, it was able to nail down the dates. In terms of speed, we're still tracking on point with the human user. Also, if you're reading my prompts, you can see I like to articulate issues encountered. I do so Operator has a little more context, even retroactively. So we can see it, in terms of loading time, it not too far off from a human user or a web browser at home. It appears as though it's even trying to get the information before the web page has even loaded. So yeah, we can see here what it was working through, and it's trying to get some more information for me, like room rates and options. And it's going to gather some pricing. So we have a list. I've stayed at the hotel before. I'm pretty sure I know what room I want, but Operator has definitely made this easier for me by presenting a list to work from instead of me just blindly searching. I know that if I give it a little bit of specific information, it'll be able to find what I'm looking for a little bit easier, but there's definitely more than one way to approach this. For example, I could have intervened and made the selection myself. So yeah, it found the room, and we've hit a couple offers or options as well, and doesn't seem to be a problem. It's going to present all that information to me. And I'm going to go ahead with the early booking offers since that's exactly what we're doing here. Again, I certainly could have intervened, but I like to use the prompts to navigate. We can see here it's processing my request. I don't need to see the deduction series to understand what's happening, but I'll show you a bit of information here anyway. We can see it's arrived at a point where it's awaiting permission. So I'm going to ask it to proceed. And here we are at personal information. So at this point, my personal information is required to finalize the booking, and Operator and I both understand this limitation. I do know that there's other information on the page that I can't quite see, so I'm actually going to ask Operator to scroll down for me. So you can see here it inadvertently grabbed some settling payment information, but that's okay. It hasn't quite given me the whole page, so I'm actually going to ask it to scroll down again. And as you can see, we can't go any further without my personal information. So I'm just going to thank Operator for the work, and I'm going to enter the information outside of this video. Overall, this process would have taken me about 10 or 20 minutes if I had done it myself. The fact Operator did it in roughly the same range, encountered minor trouble, and respected my personal boundaries makes this no functionally different from a traditional human user. I would say the ease of use is real. Following along is simple. Users can take over at any time, but that may not even be necessary. Honestly, we'll have to do another video because this one didn't actually show the user needing to intervene. This video demonstrated Operator using a specific website directly, handling a series of requests, and protecting personal information. It took the task about as far as possible before I should have taken over, not because of an issue encountered. That's a strong result for an AI assistant like this. If you found this trial interesting, let me know in the comments, And if you'd like to see more real-world experiments, please be sure to subscribe to Neural Ops.